We've got more news on Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor. Listen to this, making a $2 billion paper profit in the middle of a credit crisis. It has to do with Goldman Sachs. Meantime, he sold off a chunk of his stake in Moody's. And we have the latest on Buffett's moves with Bloomberg News' Erik Holm. So let's talk Goldman first, Erik. That investment in Goldman certainly paying off here.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good these days. It wasn't looking so good last year in November when the stock was down at 52. But what happened here is he bought $5 billion worth of preferred shares, and almost as a throw-in, he got these warrants to buy $5 billion worth of the stock at $115 a share. So today it's up to 163 or something, and it's worth over $2 billion just on the warrants, and he's still earning $500 million on the preferred shares as well.
And Matt and I were talking
by the way, $500 million a year in interest, right?
Yeah.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all. But you and I were talking about that. I mean, Buffett actually making a lot more money off his investments than we taxpayers are in terms of Goldman, right?
That is true. His return so far has eclipsed that of the U.S. government, which got out of its Goldman investment yesterday with a healthy profit of its own.
Okay, let's talk about Moody's. Yeah. So he's paring back on Moody's.
He is, yeah. His Moody stake. It's always hard to tell with Warren Buffett why he's doing something, but there are a couple of reasons why it might be. First of all, he owned more than 20% of the stock, and the accounting rules there are a little different. And someone suggested to me he just might have wanted to get below that 20% barrier. But the other thing is that obviously Moody's been criticized for the way that it acted in the run-up here with the housing bubble. But Buffett has, in the past, last year, sold some of its stocks, including Johnson & Johnson, in order to seize on investments like Goldman Sachs when he had the opportunity. So that might, again, be what's going on here.
He's still the largest shareholder, though, Moody's,
He is
right?
absolutely the largest shareholder. Still,
and as you can see from this screen, he owns Dairy Queen as well.
And what was going on? Was it maybe expanding his investments in Dairy Queen?
Berkshire Hathaway's company owns all of Dairy Queen, and there was an announcement or a story in a Chinese paper today saying that they're going to add 500 new stores in China over the next 5 years, bringing their total to 700. I did the math, guys. That's still one Dairy Queen for every 2 million Chinese citizens, so there may still be a line.
There could be lines around the block.
Could still be lines.
You can never have too many Dairy Queens.
I have to agree with that.
All right, we're going to take a break, everybody.
Back in 2.